What's going on? My name is Joe, and I practice talking on the internet. And practice talking on the internet today, pretty sick. So the content stream is a little bit suppressed. It's not chewing the way that I've been wanting to chew it lately. I have a lot of videos I have on the back burner that I was hoping to get sort of done. I'm working on a video essay, so that's something that I didn't think I'd be saying out loud. I had about five or so video essays done. And I just never posted them because I didn't think they were of value and of quality. Because the format was kind of similar to this, but it was just an hour long. So I just kind of didn't do that. I didn't post those. And I'm working on like an actual like essay about a topic. So I'm hoping to get that done before March. Because why not? Um, this is kind of interesting for me. I was just kind of just on the internet minding my business, and I saw this post from Lance over at the Serfs. And then for those of you who don't know about the Serfs, they're a Twitch channel, YouTube channel, really friends of the, like, I guess the community I'm creating. They're good people. They're good people. They posted this on Twitter. Matt Walsh has gone into biblical, the poor should be canned on the streets, frenzied posting about executing drug users, excuse me, and dealers simply because he wants a nice airport. And there's a whole like a bunch of like posts about it, yada yada yada. And then I said, Jesus, how can one man be so cool? And then I went about the rest of my day at 8:40 in the evening. And then I came to Twitter later this morning, like early this morning into and a little bit into the evening last night, into this maelstrom of folks who were pretty upset. Imagine showing up to a bar that doesn't have a cover charge and you offer to pay the owner $8 to get it anyway and request a badge. You mistyped cruel. And people were really upset. Or internet upset. I don't know the difference. And a part of me was wondering something because there was two camps of people. There were people who I guess who thought I was being serious, and there were people who were just kind of clowning me for being verified and then using that as a vehicle, as a justification for the clowning. And look, like, there are features on, and to kind of like snip that in the bud, there's features on Twitter Verified that don't exist on the normal app. So if you're trying to be a content creator like I am, Twitter Verified is a no-brainer. It's not that difficult to kind of process. The thing that I was curious about, I'm just kind of like feeling the room about, because I really don't have a larger topic to talk about today, because there really isn't much on my mind, decided getting better, is there something to the icons that we put into our bios? Because something that I was just, it's just interesting, because something that I theorized about, which is what I did from my own account, was I put a flag in my bio. just just an American flag in my bio, and there's no reason to it. There's no reason as to why I put it there. There's no like deeper signal to a base of individuals. I just put a flag, and I verified my account through Twitter Blue, and that's it. And I guess the question I have for you guys is is there something to the iconography that exists in people's Twitters? Like, is there something about having that iconography that invokes people to have a particular reaction. Like, I'm a small content creator, right? I'm not that large of an individual, but I found it very interesting that folks in this context, they came pretty hard and pretty fast. And you might interpret this as like a little bit of cope because it is. I think that joke I made was pretty cool, and it was just kind of interesting to me to see how hard people went on the paint. Um, and the reactions were all pretty similar, and that there were people who I guess didn't know that I knew who Matt Walsh was, or that by me calling him cool, I was agreeing with him. It was just a whole sort of like maelstrom of weirdness. So I'm just kind of wondering, like, do you guys think that like iconography on Twitter, based on people's like what they put in their bio, is like an indicator of what they might feel or how they navigate when they comment on certain things? So it's kind of a little bit open ended. I'm kind of looking just like, and maybe like, what are your thoughts on this weird thread that I found myself upon? Because this was quite the interesting sort of conundrum. Another thing that's quite interesting is that a lot of you are not patrons. So something that I'm doing a little bit different is I'm readjusting my patron and how people support me. So something that's what we'll call a new feature, and I'm announcing it here, which is why I made this video in the first place, is that those of you who support my channel via donation or on Patreon are going to have priority towards videos or things that you want me to talk about. So, for example, if you donate $5 or more, whether it be directly when I'm streaming or via Cash App, you can write whatever topic you want in terms of something you want me to talk about, and I will do the best of my ability to do a little bit of research if I'm not too familiar with it, or just putting my perspective on that based on what you give to me. So it could be a particular topic that you're interested about. It could be about something that's like you're just kind of a question that you have about me clarifying. That's something that's going to be them adding to the $5 Patreon level, as well as anybody who donates to my stream or my content, I should say, not stream, but just my content at $5 or more. So that's something that I'm adding starting now. I have to type it into all the platforms. It's going to take a little bit of time, but yeah, that's just something I wanted to make a video announcing about. But I also wanted to make a video just like tagging on to like whatever this was over the past 2 days. With that being said, I hope this video finds you well, and we'll be back kind of in the main sort of stream, in the main sort of grind when I kind of get through this little cough, cough, sneeze, sneeze. But either way, like I said, like, guess what are your thoughts on this little thready thread? If you have thoughts at all, and maybe just like, what do you feel about like iconography that people might have, or like the emojis that they choose to have in their accounts? So I'm really curious if there's like, if you even put thought to that, or any of that. So I guess let me know on that, and have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.